All right, let's talk a little bit about throws. So there are two of these generic throws. You can do either 1+3, or you can do 2+4. Usually the 2+4 will switch sides. But when your opponent is doing this to you, it doesn't matter whether they're doing the 1+3 grab or they're doing the 2+4 grab. You can tech these grabs by pushing either 1 or 2. Okay, doesn't matter for either of these. However, and let me know if there's an exception, but every character I've played also has a up forward 1+2 grab. So when they do these, you have to tech this by pushing specifically 1+2. Okay, one really important detail. As soon as you push either one punch button or both punch buttons, you're locked into that answer, and there is no forgiveness window. So Kazuya is still programmed to do his 1+2 grab, but let's see if I can do this. Okay, yeah. Look on the left side, you see how I pushed the 1 button on the first frame, and then by the second frame I was pushing 1+2? It registered that as a 1 tech, so I was not able to break it, even though, you know, theoretically in this instance I was trying to do this. But the point is, if you don't push the 2 buttons at the exact same time, you will not tech the throw. So I highly recommend, if I come to my controller setup, I have a 1+2 button set so that I can specifically tech these. Also, these are just buttons that I used in Tekken 7, so I'm just used to these. Now, all of these throws are highs, right? So you could duck them and then try to go for like a big launch punish or something like that, right? But ideally, you want to be able to tech them, because if you're ducking in your opponent's face anticipating a throw, then they're just going to hop kick you, and then you're going to take a ride to the wall, you're going to eat a bunch of damage, and you don't want that, right? So you're probably not going to want to hear this, but the way you consistently tech throws is by looking at which arms he's using to throw you. So he's still set to do his 1+2 grab, so when he goes to throw me, he reaches forward with both of his arms and grabs me. But if I were to set either of these, you'll notice that he reaches forward primarily with one arm, right? So that's how you can tell the difference. So now I have all 3 of these set up, and that was a 1+2. That was a 1. That was something. That's 1+2. See? Oop, that was just a 1. You gotta get used to these. Okay, so that's level 1. Let's talk about the real problems. All right, I'm now here with the real problem. So some characters have throws that can only be broken with either 1 or 2. So King has this throw out of crouch dash, the arm breaker, right? That has to be broken specifically with 1. If I do 2 here, it does not get me out, see? However, King also has this throw out of crouch dash, which has to be broken with specifically 2. This one where he sort of snaps your entire leg off, right? It has to be broken with 2. Right. Now, when I set the dummy to do either one or the other, I personally can't tell which is which. I just feel like I'm guessing. I don't think there's a difference in these startup animations, and the window to be able to tech them is so short. Now, the really fucked up part is that these are also chain throws, meaning that they go into their own mix-ups, right? So one is not teching any part of this, right? But oh no, I missed my throw tech window. Now I'm mashing 2. Okay, I got him out for me, right? But it's a 50-50, right? During any part of that, he could do either a 2 break or a 1 break, or a 1+2 break, right? Now, another truly upsetting fact, King has throws that will hit people that are crouching, right? Now, these are specific, right? So if you're standing, these won't hit you, right? But if you're crouching, I don't think you can tech these. I've tried 2, I've tried 1, I've tried 1+2, nothing works, right? So, your ass is getting thrown. So, this isn't a guide on how to deal with King. Frankly, I don't fucking know how to deal with King. Somebody else could teach you how to do that. But I just wanted you to be aware that some throws can only be broken with either 1 or 2, and some chain throws are also mix-ups, unfortunately. If that feels like too much information, just focus on the stuff earlier. Most characters in the game are only able to mix up between either a 1 or 2 or a 1+2 grab. My experience has told me that a lot of people like to run up and do like their 1+2 grabs early on, because it's much more natural over the course of a game of Tekken to be pushing 2 or 1 incidentally. And so if you just run up and then you do your normal like 1+3 grab as an example, sometimes people will just tech out of it just by happenstance of mashing, right? So usually people like to go up and instill the 1+2 grab, and then once that starts to get tech, then they start mixing in the other two to try to mess with the opponent. But again, most of the time these aren't true mix-ups because you can look at the arms and tell, but you have to be like super vigilant, and it's a skill that you're gonna have to work on and build over time. So don't feel too bad if you're struggling with it to begin with. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.